The Rick Rowdy Show on domestic violence. We got to teach and not act on stupidity, because the things these idiots think that they can get away with is bizarre. The narcissist with all his foolishness is exposed to the max Rick Rowdy, and his friends is putting it down. The first thing is, you got to learn the 4 rules, and we gon' teach you. Then you need to learn the exit plan, and you can't be scared being the heat.
Leaving a toxic relationship is never easy. Many people feel vulnerable and uncertain about what comes next. I'm Rick Rowdy, here at the Bootleg Broadcasting Company, and I want you to know that you're not alone. If you're starting over, there are 4 rules that can help keep you safe and support your recovery. First, avoid social media. Sharing details online or defending yourself publicly can add stress and expose you to unwanted attention. Protect your privacy and dignity by handling things quietly. Second, don't depend solely on legal protection orders. While they're helpful, they aren't foolproof. Stay alert, trust your instincts, and reach out for support if you sense any risk. Third, always have a plan to get away if you need to. Know where you could go and who you can call. Preparation gives you confidence even when things are uncertain. Lastly, once you leave, don't go back. No matter what others say or how you feel, staying away protects your future and honors your strength. Every step you take is a move towards safety and healing. Remember, these rules are about self-respect and building a brighter future. You deserve peace and a fresh start.
Domestic violence isn't someone else's issue. It could happen to anyone. I'm Rick Rowdy, and today I want to talk about why having an exit plan is essential when leaving a toxic relationship. Many believe calling the police or getting a protection order is enough. Truth is, these steps don't always keep you safe. Relying only on outside help can leave you exposed because systems can fail and abusers often ignore legal warnings. If you notice controlling behavior, threats, or aggression growing, don't wait. Start planning quietly. Identify a safe place to go, collect your important documents, keep a bit of emergency money, and make sure someone you trust knows your plan. The period after leaving is often the riskiest. Preparation matters. Avoid sharing your plans or struggles on social media. Privacy gives you space to move safely, without added pressure or humiliation. You deserve a life free from fear. Never leave without a plan. Take your time, get organized, and protect your steps. Your safety is worth careful planning. Trust yourself, move quietly, and remember, building a safe exit isn't just smart, it's necessary.
Howdy, partners. You're tuning into Eyes You Dumb, Where Even. A 10-gallon hat like mine knows some things ain't right. I'm your host, a puppet with a penchant for polka dots, and Justice here at my shiny news desk. Today's headline: domestic violence. Yep, we're wrangling a tough topic. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't this supposed to be a fun show? It is. But even rodeos have rules, and in real life, nobody deserves to get hurt at. Home, not in the heart, not in the mind, and definitely not with a frying pan. Picture, this little Susie's at school. Cowboy boots shined, but she flinches when someone raises their voice. Or Mr. Carl next. Door he stops chatting, always looking over his shoulder like there's a snake in his boots. These are signs. Wrong, even if you never see a bruise. Here's the thing, friend's silence might keep a secret, but kindness cracks it wide open. Lending an ear, sharing a smile, or just saying, I'm here. If you need me, can help someone break free from their invisible lasso. There's a whole posse out there, friends, hotlines, counselors ready to ride to the rescue. No one has to face this alone. Safe. Homes shouldn't be rare as a snowstorm in July. Thanks for saddling up with me on Is You Dumb. Let's use our big old puppet hearts and speak up for each other, because a little courage and care can turn anyone's story around. Yeehaw, and see you next time.
Welcome to Is You Dumb, the show where we talk about choices and the mess people make when they don't stop to think. Every day I see how anger can cloud the mind and lead to heartbreak nobody can undo. Sometimes the simplest decisions become the biggest mistakes, and there's no way to take them back. Let me tell you a story that's as real as it is tragic. A young man, furious and out of control, decides to take revenge. He puts on a wig, dresses up like a woman, and goes to the hospital where his girlfriend works. He walks in, head down, and before anyone can react, he shoots her. No words, no warning, just cold-blooded violence. Afterwards, he runs, thinking his disguise will save him. But the truth always comes out. Now he's not just lost his girlfriend, he's lost his future too. All that anger, all that pain, and now he'll spend the rest of his life locked away, replaying that moment over and over. How do you go from love to murder? What goes through someone's mind that makes them believe violence fixes anything? One moment of stupidity, now two families are left torn apart. That's why we need to pause, breathe, and think before we act. The consequences last forever, and sometimes forgiveness never comes. Welcome back to Is You Dumb? You Got to Be Dumb. I'm Rick Rowdy, and right now, this newsroom's hotter than a frying pan at midday. Today's story? Domestic violence dragged out from behind closed doors and paraded across social media like it's a talent show nobody signed up for. Used to be, folks kept their business private, handled their struggles in the home or with help. Now every heated argument, every threat, every moment of rage is broadcast live on platforms for all to see. Some people spilling their secrets, others recording confrontations like they're auditioning for a role in a tragedy. Social media doesn't just amplify drama, it fuels it. The more views, the more likes, the more the situation spirals out of control. I've seen cases where a fight starts in the kitchen and ends with police at the door, all while strangers comment and share, turning real pain into viral entertainment. People are losing their lives while perpetrators seem to think a phone in hand means no consequences. It's cowardly committing violence, running, and hoping a digital trail somehow vanishes. Deep down, they know it won't. Tragedy plays out for everyone, and the accused is left with nowhere to hide. Social media ought to connect us, maybe even help. But when it becomes a stage for destruction, all it does is amplify misery and spread pain farther than ever before. If you're facing hardship, reach out for help, not for likes. Don't let your worst moments become public spectacle. This is Rick Rowdy reminding you, act with care, act with sense. Someone's life may depend on it.
Social media got these fools losing their minds. They think they on TV, and they can show everybody how bad they are, but actually they show what kind of cowards they are, and they never think because they are too busy showing off.
People often do dumb things without thinking about the consequences. On Is You Dumb, we look at a case that highlights just how reckless decisions can destroy lives. A man, let's call him the idiot, invited his ex-girlfriend, a mother of three, over to his house. After she arrived, he took her car and parked it around the corner. Instead of facing reality, he picked up his phone and asked Google for the fastest way to Flint, Michigan, how to fool a lie detector, and how to clean up blood so it wouldn't be found. His actions didn't just hurt her, they left 3 children without their mother and shattered a whole family. If you harm someone, what does love mean? Now he'll spend his life in prison, leaving pain behind for everyone. Every reckless act leaves scars, and sometimes those scars last forever. We all have to think before it's too late. People do dumb things without thinking about the consequences. This is hard to believe, but I can't make this up. Stupidity is taking over these minds. Let's look at one family's home. The husband, once loving, now spends his days barking insults and treating his wife like she doesn't matter. She walks on eggshells, her laughter gone, her eyes dim. At night, she lies awake, listening to angry footsteps in the hall. After another argument, she finally gathers her strength.
I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. Please, let me go.
Their son, hiding behind the staircase, squeezes his faded toy, wishing for quiet. 2 weeks pass. The wife returns only to pack her belongings. Tension fills the air. The son clings to his mother, afraid to let go. The husband, shame and fear twisting inside, lashes out. In a moment of violence, he ends her life in front of their child. The son's screams echo, a sound neighbors never forget. The family is broken. The husband lost any hope of forgiveness. His son left with scars no child should carry. Violence leaves no room for love, no path to reconciliation. Ask yourself, if you truly cared, would you destroy what you claim to love? Is you dumb? Think before anger takes what can never be returned. Monitors glow across the room. Rick Rowdy sits poised at the desk, black cowboy hat low over his thoughtful eyes. Green shirt neat, blue jeans crisp. A red light blinks, breaking news arrives.
Today's story uncovers the reality of narcissistic abuse. In many relationships, manipulation and control leave silent scars. Red flags appear as relentless self-focus, a lack of empathy, and a hunger for praise. Often, manipulation goes further. Gaslighting, distorting facts, twisting words, shifting blame can make victims question their own reality. Trapped in cycles of confusion, many feel isolated and blamed. Recognizing these patterns is vital. When someone consistently rewrites what happened or undermines your memories, gaslighting may be present. Sudden affection, followed by criticism or cold withdrawal, causes instability. Leaving an abusive situation is challenging. Safety and support are crucial. Careful planning and professional guidance can make all the difference. Healing starts with understanding manipulation and reclaiming self-worth. Set boundaries, connect with support, and refuse misplaced blame. Everyone deserves respect and genuine love. With knowledge and courage, freedom and healing are within reach. Here in the newsroom, we stand with you as you build a safer future. Howdy, folks. Rick Rowdy here, your Detroit Lions cowboy, with a message that can protect lives. Let's talk about warning signs in relationships. Imagine a woman at a casino. She meets a man who says he's on probation for defending his sister. He seems brave and caring. She lets her guard down, believing she's found someone trustworthy. Early on, things feel good. But soon, he gets jealous when she greets friends. He blames her for attracting attention. He claims it's love, but real love doesn't accuse. Jealousy and control are not affection, they're warnings. Money becomes a problem. He loses his job, keeps gambling, and starts using her money. She tries to help, but ends up losing her car and apartment. With nowhere else to go, she moves in, hoping things will improve. Living together, his control tightens. He shouts, breaks things, sometimes apologizes, sometimes doesn't. Substance abuse and talk of suicide appear. Signs like jealousy, control, financial abuse, escalating anger, and substance use all signal danger. Each one is a reason to reconsider the relationship. Friends, take these signs seriously. Don't ignore them or hope things will change on their own. Your safety is most important. Trust your instincts and leave if you see danger.
Inside the bustling studio of the Bootleg Broadcasting Company, Rick Rowdy adjusts his cowboy hat and gathers his puppet team. Today, they're tackling a topic that's often hidden behind closed doors: domestic violence.
In every relationship, folks show their best faces at the start. But when the shine fades and real tempers flare, disappointment creeps in. That's when the trouble begins. Some people realize the person they're with isn't who they thought.
When someone tries to leave, the person who feels control slipping away starts to panic.
Men, especially those who look strong on the outside, sometimes let fear take over. Ego shakes, and instead of talking, they reach for things that make them feel powerful. Knives, fists, even words become weapons.
It's not about strength, it's about insecurity. When you're scared of losing control, you lose your mind instead.
That's how violence erupts. Acts that leave scars, sometimes you can see, sometimes you can't. Afterward, the same men run, not brave enough to face what they've done. The consequences catch up, but regret can't undo the harm.
Domestic violence is never justified. It's a sign of insecurity, not strength. Rick and his team urge everyone true courage means stepping away from violence, seeking help, and building relationships on respect, not control.